talking about fun, how much fun was those scenes inside the bus? Can you talk a little bit about it, Ricardo?
Well, I just sat in that chair, the driver's chair, the whole time. You know, it's like I was like another scene in a driver's chair.
Hi, Ricardo. Hi, Gabriel. Oh,
Hi,
Gabriel.
Hannah. How are you?
Good, and you? Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to be talking to you both.
Likewise.
And yes, I was very excited to watch the series. I watched everything. I liked it a lot. And how exciting to be like in this part of this Selena series. Like it's very, the family aspect is very relatable. We talk about the American dream. We talk about family. We can start with you, Ricardo.
You know, it's a beautiful story that, you know, it's very specifically Mexican American in South Texas, which is where I'm from. You know, I grew up with this story as it was happening. Selena and I are the same age. We were graduated high school the same year. You know, so I understand the story's significance, but also the universality of the story, and that where everybody, even people that aren't from South Texas or that aren't Mexicano, Mexican American, Latino, Latinx, that they can identify with, you know, this family that is literally just trying to struggle to have success for themselves and grab a part of what is that American dream.
Yeah, and for you, Gabriel, what do you think that Selena is still popular till this day? Until, you know what I mean? She passed away like years ago, but she's still a success. What do you think? Why this is happening?
I think that you know, she's the queen. She's, you know, queen of Tejano music, man, and like she's you know, her that's, it just shows you how powerful, how impactful she was, you know. You know, we're here today continuing her legacy, you know, and people all over the world are tuning in to see that, you know. And it just, it feels amazing to be a part of that. It feels amazing to be a part of that. And I think it's important for the new generations to know Selena. You know, I'm sure that they would have learned something about her with it, you know, whether it's her music. But with this show, you know, we get to really tell the story of the little girl who became the legend.
And Ricardo, for you, like how much you have the scripts, and of course it's easier to do a research. But how much did you have a chance to talk to Abraham? Did you have a chance to talk to the family? How was like the preparation?
No, I unfortunately I did not have the opportunity to speak with Abraham. We did speak with Suzette Quintanilla, but that was much later in the process of shooting. So, you know, my approach was simply to just do as much research as I could. You know, I watched a lot of videos and clips of Abraham and his interviews. He is a man that is Mexican American from South Texas, of a certain age and a certain generation, that is exactly my father and many of my tios. So, you know, it's just, I had a lot of resources there. And also there were a lot of people within the community in San Antonio and South Texas that were around when they were having their success, that had worked with them. And so I got the opportunity to talk to some of those people and see photos that had never been shown before. And just, I just did everything I could to get as much information as I could to try and help me in my approach to playing this man.
Yeah, and I liked it. I think that's the reality, the family, like the Latin family is like that. They're very strict. They're very like fun some of the times, and I like it a lot. And for you, Gabriel, how much did you research to like to play AB?
I did, you know, I did a good amount of research about AB. You know, our production, our producers, they put together, you know, a great package of information of everything that I needed to get ready to play AB. You know, there was, you know, the scripts really kind of just told me everything that I needed to know. You know, I was reading these scripts like as if I was just watching the show. I was super, super into it. I couldn't stop reading it. I'd be tired, but I'd kept going, and like, it was just so interesting to me to learn all these things about AB and about the Quintanilla family. It was a fun process. It was a fun process. I didn't know he wrote a lot of Selena's hit songs, most of them, and how he wrote them, and how he was inspired to get these songs out, and how they came about. It was just really, really, really interesting to me. But yeah, I think it was a pretty straightforward process.
Yeah, and talking about fun, how much fun was those scenes inside the bus? Can you talk a little bit about it, Ricardo?
Well, I just sat in that chair, that driver's chair, the whole time. It's like it was like another scene in a driver's chair. No, it was. I mean, actually, for me, it was comfortable. I had my own space. Like I was, they were the ones that were back there, like enchiladas, and their colchas and everything. So I kind of had it. I had it easy. I didn't have to. There were a couple of times where I walked back there. But it was tight quarters sometimes, but we just made do to make it feel as realistic as possible.
Yeah, and for you, Gabriel, how was like the feeling to be laying down on the bus?
It's a small, it's pretty packed already as it is, just with the actors, and then you throw on the crew, and then you throw on cameras in there, so it was really, really tight, but it was fun. It was great. We had to do certain little tricks so that we wouldn't bump the camera when it's pulling out. So we had to squeeze and kind of get back into the scene, like, little fun things like that. But it was cool. It was just cool being a part of that space. Because it's like, man, that's how the Quintanillas were rolling, and we had an idea of that. So it was really, really cool. It was really interesting.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ricardo, for your time, and Gabriel for your time too, and a lot of success. And I cannot wait for season 2 of the Quintanillas family. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, bye-bye.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.